All right, back at it in the garage again. It is Monday night, and I just got some new goodies in the mail. These guys, check that out. Motor mounts, or engine mounts, as most of you guys should call it, because we don't have motors, we have engines. Anyways, AWR sent us these two, the red and the gray. And you might be wondering, why do I have a red and a gray motor mount setup when I already have these guys, my V8 Roadster billet motor mounts, because I'm actually doing a motor mount comparison video. So I'm collecting motor mounts from different vendors, V8 Roadsters, Innovative, AWR, and others to compare. I guess some other brands not listed here or shown here have similar designs to AWR, so I'm not gonna repeat my tests with similar designs. I'm sure they're pretty damn close. But the biggest three, I would say, is the V8 Roadsters, the AWR, and the Innovative, which is not on the table yet because I'm still waiting for it in the mail. But that should be a pretty interesting comparison because for the longest time, I've been wondering, like, wait, which motor mount rules all? Now, it's obviously subjective because it depends on the durometer you use. The durometer is basically the stiffness or the harshness of the poly bushing in here, all right? And aside from that, also the diameter makes a difference. So the diameter of the bushing, all right? So the diameter of the AWRs actually slightly smaller than the V8 Roadsters, all right? And I'm guessing by like 25%. So from what I can say right now, I think the V8 Roadster is going to have less vibration. But we'll know during the test because I'm actually using a kind of like a seismometer type of device to record vibration. And then I'm also recording deflection, so how much the engine wobbles during hard acceleration or when you stall. I mean, that gives away a lot, actually. But aside from what you see on the table here, the bushings of both motor mount types, this guy, the V8 Roadsters, and the AWRs, they're replaceable. So say if you buy a 70 durometer and you're like, oh man, this is too weak. I wanna go with an 88 or a 95. You can press them out and replace them. So that's what we have over here. So on this side of the table, AWR sent us a 95 durometer, a 62, that's like super Cadillac plush, and then an 88, so just a step above the 70s that we have on those two right now. What they said was, if you want full race, go 95. If you want Cadillac, go with a 62. Or if you want something in between race and Cadillac, then you go with 88. The 88's still a track spec, I would say, bushing, all right? For the street, I got to tell you, 70 is plenty. I have the version 1 of the AWR mounts on my car right now, and they vibrate the car like no other, all right? If you have a car that's not, very tight and well put together, you're going to start, hearing a lot of vibrations from all sorts of random places, all right? Because these guys right here, they're pretty harsh. I mean, the diameter is pretty small. Now, you might be wondering, whoa, what did they change? Because this is a version 2. They look exactly the same. Well, you're right. The design is exactly the same. The only difference is the diameter of the barrel right here. They made them bigger, all right? They made them bigger so you could put, they could use a bigger bushing, all right, these guys. The one in my car right now is a smaller diameter, so they have a smaller bushing. That's why it vibrates the hell out of the car. So think of it this way. If you compare the version 1 and the version 2, and they use the same 70 durometer bushing, the version 2 will have less vibration because it has a bigger bushing, which means it has more room to flex, all right? So they made this for crybabies like me who's, crying about vibration. But dude, it's no joke. Like when you drive my car, you can hear a lot of vibration. And Same with the Integra. The Integra actually has a 95 durometer bushing, and if I squeeze this, it won't deflect at all. But if I go with a 62, this thing's like jello, all right? Like you can't see it, but you know, I could feel it. So when I'm driving the Integra, I can literally hear everything, all right? The cool thing is you get instant response and your shifting is freaking crisp as hell, but everything else is super, super loud and it vibrates like crazy. So this video is gonna come out soon, and oh, what are the difference between the red and the silver here? Nothing. AWR was nice enough to color these for me red to match my subframe for the test. So shout out to those guys. These guys are freaking awesome. They're from San Diego, California, and they ship pretty dang fast. All right, and aside from all this, these two brands are both made in the US, all right? And if you had to pick between one or the other, I really can't say which one's a better mount. They're equally both great, all right? The AWR is a one-piece, or, you know, one-piece-ish, like this is welded here. And the V8 Roadsters is a modular. So this and this, they're bolted together, and you could replace them depending on what engine you have. So say you swap it with an LS. Well, you just take this plate off, make a new plate for the LS, and bolt it down, and you're good to go. You could still use the same setup. The AWR, of course, you can't because it's one piece, and pretty nice welds too. So, with that said, if you want to swap one day to another motor, I would go with these guys. If you are just keeping your BP, I would go with these guys, all right? It's always a good choice to pick something that has less room for error, all right? So when you bolt two pieces together, there's gonna be more room for error because this could come loose. They won't come loose because they actually red thread lock this, and that's never coming off unless you heat the hell out of it. But aside from that, you know, single piece design's always better. So it's up to you. But I haven't done the comparisons. I can't tell you right now. But I have both. I love both brands. I currently use this in my car, like I said. I haven't tried this in my car, but I use all these components already. Like, I already have the control arms. You might be wondering why I got another set of control arms. I mentioned that on my other video. This is going, or yeah, the other set's going on the, the white Miata. And the subframe right here is from V8 Roadsters. Totally awesome piece. I spent the day collecting new hardware so I can just replace all the corroded ones off my car with new hardware, new nuts. I got this brand new bolt, literally like a long bolt, from Mazda. I ordered that from them directly. I had to get this 28 mil wrench so I could, you know, tighten the Heim joint right here. So if you want to learn more about this setup right here, watch my my last video, and I basically talk about the whole shebang here. And other than that, AWR gave us a second set of motor mounts. As you can guess, I got a red set and a gray set. The gray set's going to be a giveaway after the video, so you want to stay tuned and watch the video because this is going to be a cool giveaway. Gave us an extra hat, shirt, and a bottle opener and some goodies right here. So those guys are super awesome, man, super awesome. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a video comparison on all the motor mounts in about a week or so.